If you guys ever want to just get rage baited, go ahead and watch, the Epstein trials. Go ahead. Just go ahead and watch it. If you want to get angry, you're having a wonderful, peaceful day. The birds are out. The rainbows are rainbowing, the pot of gold is at the end of them. And you just want to see the whole world turn dim for a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and watch those Epstein trials. Yesterday, there was a hearing with Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of the DOJ, the Department of Justice. And it is a clown show at its finest. I'm talking about the whole red nose, white face, size 23 shoe, peanuts being thrown at you. The hoop is on fire. You got to jump through it 3 times before you do a backflip and a trick. And I'm here just to show some highlighted moments of everything that basically went down, because I don't want you to watch that 5 hours and just rapidly get mad for 5 hours after watching it. It can really be boiled down into a smooth 10-20 minutes for real, because the essence of the questions everybody was asking was, are you going to prosecute anybody else for these crimes besides Ghislaine Maxwell? Because a lot of these people are in these files with damning evidence, 3 million documents worth of evidence, and you're telling me that you cannot prosecute or send any more indictments to these people? And her responses, Pam Bondi's responses, are nothing short but that red-nosed, big-shoed, Ronald McDonald looking motherfucker type responses. You get what I'm saying? Straight clown music type shit. It's so bad. This Epstein release document thing has been so bad. The DOJ has done an absolutely abhorrent, awful, god-awful job. I'm going to give you a prime example before showing this clip, okay? When the documents released, they did not redact the victims' names. They had the names, the addresses, the phone numbers of all the victims. So when they drop these files to millions of people that are going to open these documents and see it, the victims' names that even they don't want to be involved with the Epstein stuff. They want to be private. They already were victims of this. They were re-victimized again because these people don't know how to do their jobs. And the freak men that were doing these heinous, awful things, their names were for some odd reason were redacted in the files. No! Unredact their names. They're the one doing the crime. It doesn't make sense. So there's this clip that I'm going to show you right now where a congresswoman by the name of Miss J. LaPelle, I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry, I can't read. But she asked this question right here to Pam Bondi. And this is the response.
To the survivors in the room, if you are willing, please stand. And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice. Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
Before we get to this next episode of Pam Bondi's shit responses, I need you guys to fully understand, for the longest time, the DOJ has been saying that there's not enough evidence to incriminate billionaire, millionaire people that were in these 3 million documents that have been released clearly showing crime. And on top of that, they have not met with any of the victims that are named within these files and has the audacity to sit in this hearing. Pam Bondi has the audacity to sit in this hearing. The head figure of the DOJ has the audacity to sit in this hearing and give this response. You ready? You're going to take some damage. I'm not going to lie. You better go get some food for your health bar, gang.
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General Bondi.
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question that I would like you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions. The witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't
It
like
is
the
my
answer.
time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't
a
she ask
question.
Merrick Garland this
I am
twice?
And that, folks, that exact thing that I just showed you. And no, she never answered the question. She never apologized to the victim. And I just gave you a sample, a taste test of the 5 hours of this hearing. There's more. I'm going to show you more. But the fact that, well, why didn't you ask somebody else? It's your fucking job, lady. Huh. I don't give a fuck if Jesus sat in that chair. Bitch, if you're sitting in that chair and we're giving you the fucking power to get answers from people, you better go get those answers, okay? And it only gets worse, okay? It only gets worse. I'm going to show you more examples where I'm telling you, listen, if you heard that clip and you took 25% health down from your 100% health bar, yeah, go start eating some food, buddy, because it's about to get a lot worse. All right, on to the next clip. Mr. Nadler, all right? He asked the question, very simple question, you know what I'm saying? He asked, how many people have you indicted, during these Epstein files? How many other people have you indicted, all right? Because they only have Ghislaine Maxwell, and she didn't even give fuck all for her testimony. I played the fifth. But the question ultimately was, how many people have you indicted? I'm just going to roll the clip.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer
theatrics
the
are
question the
ridiculous.
way I asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, but I'm going to answer the question.
How many of Epstein's?
They don't like the answer, Chairman.
You're claiming my time.
Because it's honest.
Newsflash, guys. She never answered the question, and I'm saving you time because all they did was argue about answering the question and getting their time back. Okay, there was no answering of the question. It just kind of sat there, argued for a little bit, and went on with the next question, which ultimately circles back to the original question. How many people have you indicted? This question that I'm saying has been asked multiple times during the duration of 5 hours, and not a solid answer has been delivered. Not one time. And what these questions really devolve to is like a Trump shilling match where she's like, guys, listen here, all right? You guys try to impeach Trump and, we release the files. That means he's transparent. And then everybody's looking around like, that was not what? It made me crack up that she said that, oh, yeah, they don't like my response because it's honest. There is no response. You don't give any type of response at all, lady. Pam, you don't give any type of response, Pam, at all. That's beneficial to the public or any of us in the hearing at all. And then on top of that, she had the nerve to do this, right? Like I said before, this is within the same realms of them arguing about, have you indicted anybody else on this thing, this document that we all see. She has the nerve to bring up the Dow. I cannot believe this. And this is how she does it.
This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents, over 3 million, and Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. And none of them asked Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
What? Remember I told you, like, I feel like some of you guys think I'm joking when I talk about stuff like this, but I'm not. I'm really not joking. I know. I understand. You all are probably sitting back holding your mouth, forehead, head is in your hands. I get it. You know, this hurts me watching this. And this is the entirety of the 5 hours that I just spared you from. Deflection. Don't answer the question. Donald Trump shilling. That's the entirety of the thing. And you think that the clips that I'm showing you is the worst of the worst. No, nigga. Go get a bag and keep digging to the bottom, because we're not even there yet. She had the audacity to ask the congressman, what does the Dow have to do with anything? Yes! Yes! What does it have to do with anything? Okay? Because you've devolved the question into something else, into a schizophrenic rant. Okay? You have yet to answer the core of the question. Yes, what does that have to do with anything? What is anything that you bring up that isn't revolved around how many people you indicted have to do with the original question? I feel like at this point I'm just rambling, because it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And we get nowhere at all. You feel like we're taking one step forward. You have people like this in these hearings, and you just start taking step backs like you're about to Euro step, but there's no 3-pointer in any scope of the field. You're not gonna jump for one. No, you just keep going back until you're behind the court, till you're behind the alley, behind your car. You know what I'm saying? Like it just keeps going back and devolves into literally nothing. We got absolutely nowhere. So I spared you basically 5 hours of your time. You're welcome. And basically gave you the whole synopsis of how Pam Bondi and the DOJ operate when it comes to sensitive documents and protecting victims and not indicting the worst of the worst criminals on earth. And that's basically all I have to say. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys like this video, if you guys thought it was entertaining, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow the Twitch, man. And I'll see you tomorrow. You know, I cannot believe that this is being allowed in our hearings, and we're still not getting anywhere.